Hey guys. Sorry, of course. Late 10 minutes. I need to put a trigger warning, like for real. And no, and make sure I still somebody let people have their opinions, you know what I mean? You don't have to time out for like the, silliest thing. Just let's, still, because we have to, it's, even when it comes to like serious topics or whatever, I just want people to be able to have their opinions. They can say, I don't like, I really don't care what people say bad about me. I don't think people get that. It really does not bother me. I know who I am and the type of person I am. So if it gets like extreme, yeah, you can block them or whatever. But if you're not sure, just delete the comment and then go from there. This is gonna be like really depressing. I did not read all the email, but I'll read it with you guys, I guess. Let me see. I can't find it on my phone. Maybe it's I don't know why I'm having the hardest time pulling it up now. Maybe it's on my backup email. That's I never pulled it up, so like I only read it. I don't know which email it was in. I'm not seeing it in my new email. Let me see if it's on in my old email. Yeah, if it is. Let me move this email so that you can't know like personal like stuff is shown. Then I need to make sure that there is a trigger warning. Um, let's see, how can we put this? It's going to, if you have, I mean, I'm pulling up my chat on my phone so I can see when. Iced coffee is good as long as it's got chocolate in it or something. Or I like the white chocolate mochas. What it probably is what you're thinking, Sheba. I mean, okay, so trigger warning. I'm just trying to like very like how should I put this? Very pressing content, or I don't know what to say. Like I hope that this person is not making this up just to try to make me look bad or feel bad or whatever. But it comes from, thank you guys, ACG, Wendy, and Sherry, all for the love, all you guys. Very sensitive material. There you go. Sensitive topic. I haven't even read the email except the first sentence because I was like, oh, hell no. So this has to do with no other than Ziggy Valero. For those that don't know, Ziggy Valero is the one who came forward with some information in the Summer Wells case, who had a short-lived friendship with Grandma Candace, or Candy, or some of you guys call Grandis. So Summer Wells' grandma, Candace Wells' mother, whose name is also Candace. So, anyways, she came out. She had a online friendship with Grandis for very short time, and she also came forward, and it was a very short lived. It was like a month relationship back when Summer first went missing. Like I think it was like September, October, or August, something like that. It was one of those months, kind of early on. But she went to Critical K first to get her message out. Something happened there where she didn't feel like respected or something, so she came to me. And at the time my channel, was taking off, but she never mentioned money or anything like that to me, like as far as being homeless or needing help. She I didn't have any idea. Actually, she sent me pictures of, her backyard and her roosters. I didn't think she was homeless. She didn't say like, "Oh, I need money if I give you these messages to put on your channel or anything." Like, actually, she was very much pursuing me as far as trying to get me to put this content. I didn't know who she was really at first. I did not realize that she was the lady that was on Critical Case. Once she finally said that, I took her more seriously. But there's a lot of people who have come forth in this case and, contacted me or other creators and claim that they have information on the case or claim that they're this person or that person. And you can't ever, I don't ever take it seriously usually, because unless they come forth with something that just sounds like very uh plausible, then I'll take it more serious, or if they show some type of proof. Well, she eventually was like, I asked for, she was wanting me to get me this conversation between her and Grandis, and I asked for, I said, okay, well, just screenshot it. She couldn't figure out how to do that. She was an older lady, not good with technology or whatever. And so anyways, she was like asking me to log into her Facebook, and I was like, I didn't feel comfortable with that. I'd rather not do that. But she couldn't, she was like, eventually it was just like what happened. I told her when I was done screenshotting everything, and she supposedly changed the password. I never tried to get into her Facebook again. So, anyways, after that, we I shared her screenshots with um YouTube on my channel, it and she shared her story, and it was fine. Everything, it was, she showed us, she had, according to those messages, one phone call with Grandis in that conversation, which was through Facebook Messenger. It was like I think it was like 12-minute call, and then Grandis blocked her after that. It was one call. And they had, some, and in their messages, they hadn't talked really about anything that was anything, it was really like talking about normal, like getting to know each other stuff. Like, what do you like to do or whatever. It wasn't even really much about summer. Well, I don't know. She once again started, I guess, not feeling appreciated, started like calling me or emailing me constantly. I mean, several times a day. And if I did not email her back, like within what she felt was a reasonable time frame or whatever, it would start to progressively get like more rude and just like, trying to say I was like a horrible person and um, selfish. And then she tells me she's homeless, living in a tent. It's like I didn't know where all this came from because I mean, I just didn't, at that time, I did not have time for any, I mean, I just did not have the time. I was so busy. This was like in September or, October. It was I had no time for anyways, she she just got upset and she kind of, stopped coming around, and next thing we know, she's over on that farm lady's channel. I guess it goes by Daisy. Well, she started having these weird accusation or weird stories over there as far as like claiming to know all these things, have the FBI show up to her place. She shows this like receipt that supposedly was proof of the FBI coming over there and taking and talking to her. I don't know. I really thought it was bullshit. Okay. And I was definitely outspoken about that. Okay. In the process of that, of figuring out, because she was like giving, this channel all kinds of information and claims. It's like, how do you have all this? None of this was in those messages on your Facebook Messenger. You gave me all your conversation with this person or with Grant. So you gave me all of them. I saw all of them, and I saw you only talked one time on a phone call for less than 12 minutes. But yet you have all this information you claim. So yeah, like I started looking into her, and so did other people, because some people were starting to see like it didn't seem to add up. Well, I just her a little bit of her past record had come out because I it was kind of relevant to, I mean, if we were going to listen to this person who claimed to have all this information about, that no supposedly has this like firsthand knowledge, then hold on. on, guys. Okay, sorry. Hold on. I have to. Basically, you guys, there's some strong accusations now coming forth and I'm the one that's getting blamed. So I did not believe the whole FBI thing because I knew that there was people who were had closer contact, like with the family, that would have definitely been talked to by TBI or FBI way before somebody like Ziggy Valero. Okay, so yeah, I did have a some questions. Okay, that always happens. Like when you come on here on YouTube and you claim to have a information or whatever, you're always gonna be questioned. Okay, so let's read the email now that you got a background of if you didn't know who Ziggy Valero is. Um, she after she left this channel and put out those screenshots, she moved on to Daisy's channel. Um, and they were, sharing her Cash App and stuff because supposedly she was homeless, which I didn't know. Like, so, because, I guess I was the bad person because I didn't share Cash App or whatever at the time. But now, but that she was giving this person, giving Daisy's, her channel, these screenshots like they were new information. It's like those came out back in November on my channel. Okay, but Daisy had no clue that these screenshots had already been out. But it wasn't just the screenshots, it was other information that I just felt it did not add up because in one 12-minute conversation, first never call you have, okay? Anyway, so yeah, I was skeptical. Then I get this email today. Have not read it all, so we're going to read it together. I just noticed the first part when I happen to be live. And just trigger warning times like a million because it's really bad. So let's see. It says, so you're the one that made her take her life last night. We have looked and looked and we found you. You haven't heard the end of her family. May God have mercy on your soul. Much hate from all of us, the Valero family. P.S. We hope you don't have any children and someone treats them the way you did her. She was loved by many, many people. We really hope you made enough money that night because we can't buy her back. Enjoy every penny you made off of hurting an innocent person. Hope you enjoyed what you did. She would have told her if you would have asked. Maybe you had to do it your way, more money off of a life. I don't know if she meant life or life. She didn't have to be homeless. We loved her. She chose to be. Anyway, that's none of your business. You have destroyed a beautiful life. So, have not heard of like Ziggy for I don't even know if she's been on any channels lately. I haven't heard from her, of her or anything pretty much for like a month at least. Um, and the reason why she goes by Ziggy Valero, I guess, is because she has a dog named Ziggy. So it has nothing to do with my channel, I guess, because I don't know, before, yeah, she told me her dog's name was Ziggy. Yeah, you'll want to rewind probably like a minute or two. Well, I mean, does she still go on over at Daisy's? Well, they if she chose to be homeless, like, what doesn't make sense about that email, because I just read it with you guys, I only saw, like, the first sentence, but if she just chose to be homeless and, they wanted why were why did she have to go to YouTube to get money or ask for money? Who wrote the email? It was somebody who claims to be her family. Says, "Much hate from all of us." No, it came from her email. That's where it came from, her regular email that she's always emailed me at. It's from her email. Well, I know her name. She always First of all, oh, now that I actually remember, her name did not used to always be Ziggy Valero on here, or Ziggy V. It used to have her be her real name. So, I don't know if uh, she so that was another weird thing too, is that, like, of course, I went by Ziggy, and then randomly she started going by Ziggy, and it was like, okay. It was confusing for a lot of people, but, I mean, a lot of people do have pets named Ziggy, so I don't know. But I've actually kind of forgot, even though I said I was not gonna leave that alone, as far as looking into that FBI receipt that she showed and claimed was legit. Honestly, like, that's a little bit, scary. Does freak me out just a little bit. And here, I don't see I don't think I see her, Facebook anymore. website. She pronounced her last name might be. What is this? Okay. There's a website of somebody with her name, like and the person claims to be homeless. But the picture's not her. So I don't. That's just weird. Sounds like a lot like her story, but sorry. You know her general area name. It'd be very easy. Yeah, that's what I was just doing. Is like googling to see what I could find because you know her real name. Do a search for habitual. Yeah, that's what I was doing, and I something came up from a blog post because I thought maybe she changed her Facebook name to her like one of her old married last names, and I mean the thing is like when she was bothered about the stuff that I had talked about on my channel about because it was some pretty crazy things about her background, which I felt were important for her credibility. There's a lot of people that bring her up as a reference when it comes to the Summer Wells case, and it's just like they rely on her like she's just she's not being honest. And it's just so frustrating because so many people really, believe in what she's saying. Now, I do think, like the story, so I do think, that story, um, that was on Critical Case was true or could be true. However, they had one 12-minute phone call. How much information could this lady have? We have the text messages or the Facebook messages on my channel here. Um, there was nothing really talked about Summer Wells. It was like basically asking like what they like to do, and about grandkids and stuff, just normal getting to know each other. It really was not much talk about, the worst thing said, or the most interesting thing said, was that, that Granda said she didn't like Don, that he was POS. She was active less than an hour ago. Anyone ever forgotten Valera's little stunt with a gun a couple months ago? She threatened our Ziggy's life, then claimed, "Oh no, it was a death threat on self and dog." Yeah, I remember that. The email, which I just closed out, it happened during my. I got the notification while I was live for on the backup channel. So, like right when I mentioned it is when I saw it, because I couldn't help but like react. It was at midnight, almost exactly at midnight. So an hour ago, an hour and 9 minutes ago. Now Daisy's streaming me. For what reason? I mean, that's fine, but don't worry. Not talking bad about her. Is this, I mean, is it, I don't like somebody using unaliving oneself as a way to try to, I mean, I want to know, is it true? Wait, she was on. Oh, okay. When was the last time you spoke to? I don't talk to her. I deleted the video when she told me it bothered her, or when I found out how bad it bothered her, and I, had stopped. Wait, what? I can find very easily. I know how to. I just haven't had a chance to look to see if it was true. I mean, that's fine. She can stream me. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, she can stream me. I don't strike people's. I'm not that petty. I mean, you'd have to like really go at me for. I mean, there's like one person that I have. So when's the last time Daisy spoke to her? I guess I could pull up that email again just so that she can see what I'm talking about. they talked today. Yes, this email was almost exactly at midnight Eastern time. But I'll pull it up again. I actually noticed that she is whoever emailed me from her account. I even emailed her back on May 19th. I said, "I'm sorry to have upset you to that level." Okay. So this is the email that she is, whoever emailed me is responding to, but months later, because this was, or 2 months later, which was just here, I'll show you. Down here, I messaged her May 19th, 2022. Because she was really upset about the stuff I was had mentioned, and I felt bad. So I deleted it and I just told her, "I'm sorry to have upset you to that level. I feel bad and took it too far. Can you please just tell the truth about the FBI forms though? It's just best to be honest that you got yourself in too deep before you get in trouble for it, because I think it is a good thing that you have been staying out of trouble for the last 15 years. I mean this I mean this when I say I don't want to see you get in trouble over this. Whatever you choose to do, either way, I'm truly sorry for hurting your feelings." That was my email, May 19th. I don't think I told anybody I emailed her because she was upset about me talking about her past, because it was some really bad stuff. And I thought it was relevant because on for reasons of whether or not we should believe this person. Well, I didn't hear from her. That was May 19th when I emailed it. So that would have been probably when I had, did those YouTube videos about her FBI receipt and all that, and how I felt like it was not legit. Um, but when I was live on my backup channel, or somebody responds to me that it says, "So you're the one that made her take her life last night. We have looked and looked, we found you. You haven't heard the end of her family. May God have mercy on your soul. Much hate from all of us, the Valero family. P.S. We hope you don't have children and someone treats them the way you did her. She was loved by many, many people. We really hope you made enough money that night, because we can't buy her back. Enjoy every penny you made off of hurting an innocent person. Hope you enjoyed what you did." She would have told her if you would have asked. Maybe you had to do it your way, more money off of a life. To be homeless. We loved her. She chose to be. Anyway, that's none of your business. You have destroyed a beautiful life. She's fine. Oh, Daisy's talking to her now? Okay. All right. I don't understand though, because I haven't even mentioned her, in 2 months. Is that why? Is she wanting the attention back? Like, even if it is negative attention? Oh, thank you, Angie. I mean, Well, I am glad that it did worry me for a second because, like, but I figured it was not legitimate. It's her email. It's Ziggy Valero's email, the one she always emailed me on. I mean, I showed how I sent her an email on May 19th, and that's what she's responding to respond or to send this. It was, yeah, her normal email that she always used. And I would just say the email, but it has her real name in it. So even though she went on YouTube by her real name for the longest time, just looking for content. Let's keep ignoring them. They're not worth it. Love you like a fat kid loves cake. Oh, you guys are, yeah, it's, I obviously already felt bad, no need to fake us, something like that. That's why I took it down. Nobody else, no other creator on freaking in this community would have ever took down that video because it was relevant. And actually, didn't she stop with the, I mean, if it's true, it's true, okay? The truth is the truth. If what she's saying is legitimate, fine. Like, I just did not believe it. And this is exactly why, because look what just happened. This is the behavior I dealt with for like months before she just, sending me crazy emails. And I'll try to be nice because I'm not like gonna be accused of being a bully again, like, and go there. It's just like ridiculous. This is the type of emails that she would send me. She would send me emails telling me that she's in a tent, freezing to death, like telling me, I hope that you and your family have a good Christmas because me and Ziggy are going to freeze to death. All we want is an electric blanket. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Battling addiction. There's somebody with her name that I just noticed that has a, I'd have to check to see. I need to also share that. Shoot. I need to pull up that, show that story about what's going on. Got so distracted by that I forgot to share that story that happened to one of the subscribers' sisters, but I will definitely help with that over the next few days. where Ziggy hung out a lot. How did the farm know Ziggy would be talking about this? I think somebody probably made her aware. You contacted one of them, her sisters? Are you serious? Wait, what are you? Are you serious? Wait, May, are you talking about somebody else? I don't know how she could plug in an electric blanket in a tent, but I think she claims to be able to stay on the property of somebody's, I don't know, a friend's. Oh, thank you. There is some. Okay, you have the GoFundMe, Lady CG, and we'll go over that story. But it happened to who, Dee Dee? Yeah, she is a scammer. Two different women did this. She is a scammer. That's what I was trying to show everybody. I could not get like enough. It just seemed like no matter how much I tried to tell people and mention and say, like, nobody, I don't know. It just seemed like people still like counted, went by her word. Now, like that first story that she told Critical K, I think there is a little bit of truth to it. But like beyond that, what more information can she have in a 12-minute phone call? I was bringing up the past screenshots she gave me of her conversation with Grandis back in November. And I'll show you guys. There's nothing in that that would make you think that that the FBI would want to talk to her. They contacted each other through Facebook Messenger in messages. And there was one call that whole month. Then she was blocked. And it was 12 minutes. Beginning of Miss Daisy's live stream was about a different YouTube creator, but then someone mentioned what Ziggy was saying here and stream, then switched to Ziggy's Blair's email conversation. Okay. Well, see, I didn't know she was homeless. That's not what she tried to tell me. It just suddenly switched to that right around Christmas time. She would get really upset that she wasn't a mod. You remember when I used to change my mods daily? She would send me emails like saying, I don't understand why that person's a mod. They're such a liar. All they do is lie. And I've been with you. I've, sent you those messages. And it's like, man, you freaking basically begged me to go into your Facebook and screenshot those. Please. Like, I don't owe you anything. But had I known, and if you came at it differently, I would have like been more than willing to try to help you. But not like expecting me to be able to read your mind and know that you're homeless. And then I don't know. It was just very odd. But I did find some very disturbing things. with her past, and and she was not happy with it. Very disturbing things. Uh, let's see, that was when did I? It was. I feel like it was November. Trying to find my first live I did when we showed the screenshots. Oh, right here. Yeah, it was November 2nd. Okay. Let me pull that up. It was a. Let's go to the conversation. This. Okay. So this was a live I did back in November 2nd. And this is where I shared the screenshot. So it looks like she started talking to Candace Harrer, Grandma Candace, aka Grandis, August 14th. Okay. And you will see the type of conversations they have. If she didn't want us talking about this, and it was probably not a good idea for I feel actually she wants us to talk about to bring her name up again. I guess she's one of those that likes attention, whether it be negative or positive. Um, let's just say that the house that she was living in, she's at least I know she was very, very unstable. Um, she her ex had to get a protective order against her. And that's the information she didn't want coming out because when they divorced, there was she wasn't very happy that he got the house, custody of the children, because I'm guessing because of reasons that you could assume. And she got an arson charge, let's just say, for for Setting the house on fire? Samantha, obviously I'm gonna talk about it because she claimed that she unalived herself. So obviously we're gonna talk about it. I guess I should have just not shown the email. Yeah, and accuse me of causing it. Like I was not going to talk about it. Obviously, I'm gonna bring it on here and be like, is she okay? It's like some of you guys want to just cover up her bad behavior and then like turn it around. Oh, her phone was stolen. Oh, yeah. Okay. Her phone was stolen, and somebody just magically knew who I was and about a situation that happened 2 months ago, right? Right. Her phone was stolen, and somebody magically knew who I was, who was basically like just pretty much a nobody in her life, just decided to email me something about that happened 2 months ago. Yeah, like this person would actually know. Yeah, because Mount Mommy, you're always full of wisdom. Yeah, it's just like it's just okay to ignore somebody claiming that they unalive themselves, right? I should just not do anything about it, right? No, you should just ignore something like that. And then when you find out it was a bullshit lie, you should just let it go and not talk about it. Next time, remind me to go to Mountain Mama. Next time I get some crazy lunatic sending me an email like saying that they unalive themselves because of something like I did, but then claim it's some random off the street decided to email me. But what am I don't understand what you're supposed to do, okay? I just went live about it just now. It's not like this is several lives later. This is the live that it happened. Because you are always so rude, that's why. Always.
I'm going to read through them, um, even though I'm losing my voice. But a lot of it is not very relevant. But I mean, as far as the case, but it will show us. I think that this gives that call more credibility because, like I said at first, I was for sure that that was Sherry Mullaney. Now, along with these screenshots, I think that well, I know it's not now. I know for a fact. However, this lady wants to remain anonymous because she did receive threats. She did not know her voice was going to be put out there like that. Um, so yeah, somehow some people were able to figure out who she was, I think. Um, but yeah, she does have cancer, and that's why she sounds the way she does. So let's try to give her a little bit of break on that. Um, but yeah, I am the one, guys, to get these screenshots. She couldn't figure out how to send them to me. She gave me her username or her email address and her password to get into her Facebook to take these screenshots myself. I'm the one that personally took these screenshots. I was in her account and she trusted me to do that. So, unless, Sharon Mullaney has been keeping a whole different Facebook for, a really long time, way before Summer went missing. And a whole new, you know, life and whatever. There's no way that this is.
At this point, obviously was losing my voice because I, it was so crazy in the amount of time I spent going live. And the reason why I'm not just randomly rude to somebody, guys. Like, there's always a reason. With the one girl, there's a reason. Always just saying, like, stupid shit. Oh God! Look what Jinkies rumor. It was her family that supposedly emailed me, Jinkies. Why would I contact a family member that already knew? When the family member is the one that emailed me, supposedly. Yeah, why aren't you calling the police, Jinkies? Like, instead of coming over here. Jinkies live going. Jinkies like going live to report a missing person as alive, and just didn't want anything to do with her children. Oh, so the Jinkies is the creator. I think that was the one that I think the first thing I said was good thing she's okay. You can watch it all play out because it happened during this live, but then I started to progressively get more upset when I thought about how messed up it was to come up with such a lie just to try to, you know, upset me or make me feel bad when I already, as you could see in response to that, or the email that she responded to, I apologized to her for her getting upset. This was something I did on my own. Nobody knew about. Have never mentioned about. She chose not to respond until 2 months later to tell me that she had unalived herself and that her family hates me and I haven't heard the end of them. Have God have mercy on my soul. It sounds like a threat, actually. Maybe I should call the cops, but maybe for not just for the reasons like some of you guys or some are saying. Yeah, that's what makes it so despicable, Sarah May. It's not like I don't know. There's some. Why didn't she come up with any, something else? Something else, like not something like this. Yeah, mentioning. Yeah, it's whose sister? You see my post about PG and Daisy? No, where would I see that at, honey? She's Daisy's sister. Are you guys sure? Isn't Daisy talking to Valero scammer right now? Wait. FYI, PG and Daisy are actually saying how wrong that was to send that ENAIK. What's that mean? Oh, email? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how anybody could find, think that that's okay. You might have just lost the support of other creators. Her phone was stolen, but she's on her phone now. Daisy is, Daisy is Jinky's sister. Oh, no, her phone was on. Hold on, I'm reading what's going on here. Exactly. I talked about what it is. Exactly. It'd be one thing though if I was talking about this for days on end, okay? I would understand people being like, don't talk about it, don't give it attention, that's what she wants, okay? I get that. But with an email like that, as serious as that, it's different. I mean, I have only been on here for an hour and been talking about this incident for an hour. But if I continue to talk about it and milked it forever, then I understand people saying like it's just kind of, I don't know. It seems kind of when people are like, oh, don't give this the attention or that she's asking. Well, obviously, I mean, I've been doing pretty good, like ignoring the haters, and I've learned over time how to deal with it. But I mean, it does seem kind of rude to try to tell me like what to talk about, like in a public way or trying to, you know what I mean? It's just, I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know how else I could have handled this situation. Like, really. Yeah, I am damned if I do it again, but I don't. Always, every single freaking time. Nervous gas. Next, I'll be doing machine gun farts that wake up the hubby. Oh my god. Or walking farts. That'll be worse. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You just reminded me of something. Oh man. You guys know how I said that the family did not like my grandfather's like new wife that he got after being married to my grandma for like 60 years. Like nobody liked her. She was uh, anyways, yeah. That's what she would do. How do you are you married to somebody for 60 years and then marry somebody that's like complete opposites of like your I don't know. Anyways, well. Yeah, how did if her phone was stolen, how did Daisy talk to her and how is she in Daisy's chat? Okay, so she suddenly found her phone right when this happened. I mean, I just got this email right before I went live. This was not an email I got like yesterday or she just happened to lose her phone. I get an email not even 2 hours ago, which I've been live for an hour and 11 minutes. At midnight, I get a midnight Eastern time, I get an email telling me that I'm a horrible person because Ziggy Valero unalived herself because of me and that her family hates me. And then suddenly I go live on this, I go live like within 30 minutes of getting that email on this channel. And then suddenly in the meantime, in that short period of time, she suddenly found her or what? Yeah, did she ever phone back? I don't know how she thought she was gonna get away with this. Good night, TJ. She's done this to several. Wait, what did that say? Katie, Katie. She said she got a new phone. Oh, okay. Okay. No, I don't get mad. I mean, I don't stay mad. I'm seriously not mad. I'm just trying to explain like why I was talking the reason why we're talking about it now and how it happened. It's not going to be something that's talked about and drawn on for like days. On her new phone. Okay. So she also got the number switched really fast within like I don't know. How blind sheep. Yeah, I don't understand like why people think that uh some random person who steals her phone is going to know anything about me. Of me of all people they're going to email. They're going to find an email I sent her 2 months ago to reply to. Are you serious? People look into now she's if she didn't want people looking into her background, this is like really not the right thing to do. Because I stopped talking about it. But I was really interested in that fake FBI document that she um, showed. I might have to give that another gander. How she was using had a FBI receipt of property that hasn't been used for several years. Because suddenly, when people were doubting her story, me, suddenly she has an FBI receipt that proves the legitimacy of the FBI coming all the way to her. Oh, and not once, but twice to get notes. Her notes of her what she remembered with her conversations with Grandis. Her whole 12-minute call. But they couldn't do that in one visit. It had to be done twice. And FBI is going to take their time to go all the way out to where Ziggy Valero lives to get these notes. Wherever she, but she doesn't have an address. She lives in a tent. Oh, but wait, didn't she get an apartment? Didn't somebody supposedly get her apartment recently? That's right, because they knocked on her door. They're sticking up for her? God, dude. See, you shouldn't enable bad behavior. It's like, it's what bugs me so much about some of these people is that they feel like they're sticking up for like the underdog or something because they feel like I'm being a bully. But the thing is, it's like enabling her. That's why she has had this pattern of behavior her whole life. I mean, I'm not gonna keep talking about it just because I mean, I know that the lady's crazy AF, and what she does when she gets feels when she feels like slighted or feels like somebody treated her wrong, she just burns down the house. That's true, Tracy. On the other live, someone got timed out, and then shortly after, you get that email. Yeah, she keeps doing this because there's no consequences. Let her ass sit in a psych for a week. Well, right? It could be like a blessing in disguise. The neighbor from a few tents down store phone. If you don't report it, you're enabling it. Sorry, Ziggy, but that's true. She needs help bad. Yeah, instead of talking about me, yeah, they need to help her. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. I mean, how did they change from supporting what I was saying to now like feeling sorry for her? Because I think that they were thought it was messed up, and then now it's like, yeah, we can see you, Molly. Go heavier. Ziggy V and Jody Sue should be roommates. I I don't think they're gonna be able to. You laugh when I read your name. Yeah, well, they might be trying to. I don't I don't know. I'm confused though. Are they? I don't understand why. What is even going on? But I do need to get these invoices out, so I'm gonna probably get off here anyways and get that done. I just hope that I truly hope that she gets the help that she needs. I haven't even had anything to say about her for a couple months, even though I was convinced I was going to keep going on that subject until I proved to everybody it was a lie. But, I'm not going I stepped away once it got to the point that she claimed she was going to unalive herself, and I was like, "No, I'm not going there. I'm not going to even touch that with a 10-foot pole." So, good night everybody. I'm going to um the- I am I wanted to go over, there is somebody in the community whose sister was I don't have time to go over the story right now, but I will share the GoFundMe if you want to check out what happened. Her sister was ran over 3 times by a truck, and ugh, I'm gonna go over it probably tomorrow, but here is the GoFundMe to read it and check it out, and then we'll go over it tomorrow and see. Because I haven't even had a chance to really read into the story, but I did see the pictures, and oh my gosh, like, oh, thank you guys. See, if you purchase in my sale and I don't have your payment info, if you could please just email it to me and make sure I have your address, and I'm going to work on that. So, everybody have a good night, and I will talk to you later.